you make your takes funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some used to that's now home team.
Home team. What's happening, home team? Welcome to another morning edition of Let's Be Clear, hosted by me, your boy, Blakberry Lorex. That's Blakberry, no C, just the K. Appreciate everybody that done came through. Appreciate everybody that's going to come through when they come through. Don't do yourself a disservice. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and hit that like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when we're dropping content on the daily basis. And don't forget to come in and chat on the lives or in the comment section and engage in the conversation. Appreciate you for representing for your home team. Well, I need to be a professional jingle artist or something. I need to be a professional fucking what do you call it? A professional jingler. I can do some jingles. I need to be a professional promoter. That's what I need to be. Or professional spokesperson or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But welcome to Let's Be Clear. Well, today we being clear about the Knicks ain't gonna do that again. And I want to make sure I'm clear on that shit there. The Knicks will not do that again. The Knicks won't do that again. Tyrese Halliburton only had 8 fucking points. That will not happen again. The only person to score over 20 points for the Pacers came off the bench. That won't happen again. So, Knicks, let's be clear, you won't be doing that again. Series over after tomorrow. We're going on to the NBA Finals where the Indiana Pacers will meet the Oklahoma City Thunder. I just want to make sure I'm extra clear about that shit, Knicks fans. You only live in New York if you're a Knicks fan. Ain't no Knicks fans outside of New York. If it is, they hide it until they win it. Trust me, I know. Fuck the Knicks. Anyway. What's going on, everybody? We also gonna be clear about Raheem Morris. We're gonna be clear about something with Raheem Morris as well. What I put in, what I titled this fucking show at? Hold on, I forgot the title of the damn show. What's the title, goddammit? I done forgot the damn title. Oh, God. Yes, of course. Now I recall. Let's be clear about this today. Raheem Morris is the head coach for the Falcons. I want to make sure I'm real clear about that today. But in the spirit of Friday, or as my children like to call it, Friday. In the spirit of Friday, I will not be being clear about these subjects by myself today. The link has been dropped. It's pinned in the chat. If you want to come on the show, come on in. You want to come on and talk some cash money shit with your boy on this Friday morning? Come on in. Join the fun. It's plenty of room. It's plenty of room. Come on Come on, am I wrong? Hey, now see, if you're too young to have been unheard that song, if you're too young to have been unheard that song, and you don't know it's a gospel song as I sing it, you would think that is something very wrong with your boy Blakberry singing the song I'm about to sing. But just listen before you react. Okay? But I got to sing it because it's on my mind. Come on, am I wrong? Come on, am I wrong? Jesus is my doctor. He gave me all of my medicine in my room. Oh, shit. Yeah, oh boy. Hey, even as a young tyke, okay, as a young tyke in the church, not caring anything about church at the time, just really there because your parents making you go. For most of us, me, I know I'm a part of that percentage, that very large percentage of kids. But when the motherboard stood up to sing that song, yes, the motherboard, meaning everybody's over 65. When the motherboard stood up to sing that, man, they had the church rocking. You hear me? They had the church rocking when they turned on that one. When they not turned on, but when they started singing that, the motherboard stood up. How many we had in the motherboard? We probably had a good solid 12 in the motherboard. We had a good 12 in the motherboard. Solid good 12. When they stood up to sing that, come on, am I wrong? Come on, am I wrong? Jesus is my doctor. He gave me all of my medicine in my room. that last Rooney. In my room. Hey, boy, you can't tell me that didn't get you out your seat. You can't tell me that didn't get you up out your seat even as a young tyke. You can't tell me that didn't get you out your seat. You can't tell me it did. It sure enough got me up out of mind, boy. Even as a young tyke, I'm standing up clapping. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to the altar and everything after hearing that one, boy. Woo-wee. Hey, check this out. We're gonna show all the loyal compadres and compadres some love. Who all came in and showed some love this morning? Who we got up here? Who we got up in here? We got Bernard Cantrell in the building. What's up with you, Bernard? He say, what it do, home team? What's going on with you, Bernard Cantrell? What we got up in here? We got Larry in the house. It's just Larry. And that is all. That is it. And nothing else. Just Larry. What's going on with you, Larry? We got T. Terry in the building. What's up with you, T. Terry? With the Tupac background. What's going on with you, T. Terry? Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, my G. A1 sauce. I'm so balls. Got a lot of sauce. Got a lot of sauce. A137 sauce. What's up with A137 sauce? Hey, I was listening to Travis Porter the other day, boy. I was listening to that Waffle House song. You remember that Waffle House song, Travis Porter? Breakfast at the Waffle House, 20 sausage biscuit. Hold on, excuse me, man. What? Come on, the sausage biscuit. Shout out to Travis Porter. Shout out to A137 sauce. Shout out to you, my G. Appreciate you for coming through. Who else we got up in the building? Who else we got? Oh, a treat. A treat to us all. Atlanta Falcon Nation Lady Bird of AFN, Christy Lewis, is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Kristen Lewis? That's the homegirl. What's up with you, Kristen Lewis? Appreciate you for coming through. Yeah, it's Falcon Friday, y'all. It's Falcon Friday, but it's also put some motherfuckers on blast Friday, too, because New York Knicks fans think they done did some shit because it's 3-2 now. Don't worry. It ain't a gentleman's sweep, but your asses is grasses after tomorrow. There will be no more fucking New York Knicks. It'll be done for. It'll be over with. They will not be doing that shit again. Tyrese only had 8 points. I think Siakam had like 12. Fuck out of here. That ain't happening again. That ain't happening again. I ain't even stunned it. Knicks fans might as well get over it. Because you take your ass home. We got Vonos in the building. Oh, I like that name. Vonos. Sound like something off of Gladiator. I am Vonos. What's up with your Vonos? He say, what's happening, home team? What's happening, Vonos? Appreciate you for coming through. Bono say, what he say, or he or she, I don't know if it's lady or female or male. Pinsky, let me over. Don't let me over or not, Pinsky? Come on now. Don't do me dirty. But Bono say, how was them crack wings? Hey, boy, them crack wings be busting from JJ, boy. Y'all just don't even know. Them crack wings be busting. Woo! Woo! I ain't get the gizzards this time. The next time I'm gonna get me them gizzards to go with them things. Put me some hot sauce, put me some Louisiana on that motherfucker, put me some tartar sauce, or some ranch, or I just do the ranch or the tartar sauce. I don't do the blue cheese. But I'm gonna put one or the other on that motherfucker, and that shit be busting. Them crab wings from JJ be busting, y'all. You hear me? Busting. We got Philip Crawford in the house. What's up with you, Philip Crawford? You say, what's good, fellas and gals? Don't forget about the gals, Philip. Got the gal. We got the compadres in the building, too, like my girl, Kristen Lewis. She in the building, too. She in the building as well. Let's not forget about her and the rest of the compadres that's going to come through. Kristen say, real or rich. Yeah, that's right. I got it. Hey, the link pinned in the chat. Anybody want to come through? Come on through. Come on, am I wrong? Come on, am I wrong? Jesus is my doctor. He give me all of my medicine. Am I wrong? Hey, boy, it used to trip me out. When the pastor, I don't know, I hope I ain't cracking right now. I hope my audio good. It used to trip me out because I know because my church, my home church is a family church. My great granddaddy, my great granddaddy. Is it 2 or 3? Hold on. My great granddaddy, because he's my mama great granddaddy. That's right. So my great granddaddy built my home church from the ground up. Him and his brother and his cousins. They built the church up. They built it from the ground up. It's a family church. So it used to trip me out. Like my cousin, he had a song. What was that song my cousin had that he led the choir with? My cousin Jim, who's now our pastor. What was that song? The Spirit of the Lord. When the Spirit of the Lord, that's all. When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will sing like David sing. What? That's what? When my cousins when my cousins picked the mic up to sing that one, boy, he always got an encore from the pastor. Pastor Reverend Newby from Reverend Newby. Reverend Newby say, you gotta sing that one again, young Jeremy. You gotta sing it again. But it used to trip me out. When the motherboard would stand up to sing, the motherboard would stand up to sing, come on in the room, and they would sit down, and our reverend would say, can we get an encore, sisters? Can we get an encore? And they never wanted to do it. They never wanted to stand back up. You can see all those smacking their teeth, rolling their eyes, spitting out the goddamn butterscotch candy they just put in. Hey, they didn't never want to stand up for that encore. You gotta remember, all of them 65 plus on the motherboard. All of them 65 plus. Every time he said, can we get another one? So they was looking like, oh my God. Okay. It was funny as hell, bro. It used to be so funny, man. It used to be so funny. What Larry say? Larry's finna join home team on way spot. All right, Larry. We gonna be here. We ain't going nowhere. So, let me give some red and black in the chat. If I'm coming through good, if the sound is good, let me give some red and black. If the sound is good, or give me something to indicate to me that the sound is good. Let me put this on. Put this on Do Not Disturb. Somebody let me know the sound good here. Philip Crawford say the sound good. All right, got that black and red in the chat. We got that black and red in the chat now. I don't think anybody answered it. When I opened up Fan Speak last week, or earlier this week, when I opened up Fan Speak, I did a reenactment of a skit that used to come on TV. If anybody remember this, tell me where it come from. And I'm just playing around with y'all for a little bit before we start talking some real shit here. But if you remember this, if you could tell me where it came from, if you could tell me where this came from, I just need one person to answer. I need one person to get it right. That one person that gets it right, not today, but next Friday. I just need one person to get it right. And next Friday, I'm going to start a raffle. Okay? I'm going to start a raffle. And everybody, what we're going to do, we're going to play a little trivia next Friday. And it's going to be the first of a 3-part trivia night. We're going to do it next Friday, not night, I'm sorry, a 3-part trivia morning. We're going to wake the brain up. We're going to wake everybody's brain up in the mornings on Friday mornings. But I need one person to get this right today. Just one. And starting next week, whoever wins, I'm going to have fans come on next Friday morning. For the next 3 Friday mornings, I'm going to have fans come on, and we're going to have a trivia morning. Well, we're going to have like 10 questions. It's going to be like 10 questions. Whoever wins on the trivia mornings will be added to the raffle hat. They'll be added to the raffle hat. Okay? We're going to do it 3 mornings, okay? And after that 3rd morning, whoever's in the raffle hat, I'm gonna have a special prize. I'm gonna have prizes. Because it's only gonna be 3. But we're gonna shake up the raffle hat. We're gonna pull names, and we're gonna do it by chance on the gifts. But I'm gonna have some gifts that I'm gonna mail out for trivia morning. I think this is a good idea. But I need one person to get this right. Don't nobody get it. We're going to have to start all over next week with a different question, because y'all going to have time to look up what it is. If you can tell me who did this, where they did it at, okay? And I need the character name. I need the actor or actress. I need where they did it and their character's name. Okay? All right. Let me get from behind this jackass. Because him can't drive. Him scared to drive. Take your punk ass home. Or wake your bitch ass up if you sleep. Motherfucker. Wake up. All right. So here it is. And then we're gonna talk. Then we're gonna start being clear about these Atlanta Falcons. We're gonna be clear about Raheem Morris being the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, because I think some people delusional. Woo, some people delusional. All right, for all 7 of you in here it is. I need the actor or actress's name, where they performed this at, and the character's name. Okay? All right. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear? Here you go. I'm going to hold a raffle in honor of these fans. Thank you very much. If you can tell me where I got that from. Got something real special for y'all, man. Somebody tell me the actor or actress, where they perform it at, and I need the name of the character. I'm going to say it one more time. I say, look at all these people leaving to go look it up. I see y'all leaving. Look at all these people leaving to go look it up. Y'all ain't slick. I know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't slick. Hey, I need an actor or actress, where they perform it at, and the character's name. Nope, Philip Crawford. It's incorrect. I said it one more time. I do it one more time. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear? Here you go. Come on, man. Y'all got to know where I got that from, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to know what it is, who it is, what it is. Y'all got to know. Y'all got to know. Anyway, while y'all figuring it out, should I put a time limit on this? I think I should put a time limit on this. Time limit on y'all. We in the line 31 minutes, 28 seconds. Dante Rose just said he couldn't hear me while I was breaking up. All right, hold on. I'm for that. It's these underpasses, y'all. Let me get out these. Let me get from under these underpasses. I'm gonna do it again. Let me get from under these underpasses, and I'm gonna do it again. I know round. People say they want to know what they might be winning. It's gonna be something everybody needs. Tell you that. Everybody needs it. Guaranteed. You're going to want it, and you're going to need it as well. All right, let me get right up in here. I just got on Georgia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right up in here for. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, should be able to hear me now. Uh, or somebody, give me some red and black if you can hear me. And I'm going to do it for you one more again. Bernard Kentrell said, I know it's in living color, but I think of who did it. I want to say Tommy Davidson. That is incorrect. Hold on. Change is coming. Ooh, I got all the gospel in me today, boy. Ooh, wait. Hold on. Change is coming. Hold on. You can make it. Hold on. Ooh, wait. Don't get me started up in here. We're going to start singing the gospel. Y'all might not want to. If you ain't about that life, you might want to get on up out of here this morning. Because I got the Holy Spirit from the looks of it. I got the Spirit, baby. I got the Spirit. What's up with you, Dre Woods? Dre Woods in the house. What's up with you, Dre Woods? I'm gonna do it again, and then I gotta put a time. I gotta put a time limit on this thing. I'm gonna do it one more time. Wrote a song about it. You want to hear? Here you go. Dante Rose, yeah, and the rest of the chat. They just keep getting it wrong. Thank you very much. Who is it, y'all? Who is it? Who is it? I ain't giving no clues, neither. Nope, not Damon Wayans. I tell you, nope, not Damon Wayans. All right, so we at 35-30 on the show. Once we get to, wait a minute, I think somebody got it. Hold on. You gotta get the actor or actress, where it came from. I mean, what they did it at, and the character's name. You got to give me all. You got to give me those three details. Give me those three details. That's right, Chris. You tell them. Yeah, I do
That for real. I really can't. I be playing around when I be singing, but I can, if I really want to, I can sing. I can let these vocals rip, boy. I can rip. I can let these vocals rip, especially since I start smoking and vaping. Ooh, we boy, my boy. I can really, boy, I can take it there, boy. I can take it there like Trey Songz. Trying to tell you. Who we got in the house? What's up with you,
What it
Larry?
do, home team? What it do?
What's up, home team? Hey, hey, Larry. Hey, Larry. Hold on 1 sec. My audio fucked up. Hold on 1 sec. Somebody tried to call me. Hold on. Every time somebody try to call me, my audio fuck up. Hold on. I figured that's who it was. It's always them. It's always them. Every time one person that is always them. Can you hear me, Larry?
Yeah, I hear you now.
All right, good. What's up with you, man?
Hey man, another day of Falcon football, man. Another day of let it be clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On a bright and sunny Friday morning. What you got for us, man? What you want to talk about today? What you want to be clear about?
I want to be clear on it. This is the first thing I want to say, man, because I've been paying attention to a lot of content creators and fans with this Raheem talk still. And I ain't gonna lie, home team, I'm sick of it. Because I'm still trying to figure out why is we still relapsing on last year when it's a whole nother season that's finna come up. And we got a whole new regime of a new coaching staff. And our fan base and some of the content creators still talking about last year and last year, what he did wrong last year. I done looked at some of the little Falcons little breakdown videos lately of what they've been posting. One thing I done paid attention to, everything he did wrong, he been doing within the OTAs, is going over all that type of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out, is the fan base and some of the content creators actually paying attention to what's going on with the team? Or we sitting back and just going with the flow, whatever somebody put out on the narrative? I feel like it's a narrative at this point of what's going on with them. Because it just weird because I heard one of the country creators yesterday that everybody be paying attention to. I ain't gonna call the name out, but they went back on the rant again about him, and I just sat back and just looked at the comment section to see that everybody just following what somebody's saying about a person. Because of me being real, man, dude is finna do the due diligence this year. I know that for a fact. I just listened to the press conference. Dude know he messed up last year. Bad.
Mm-hmm.
He know that for a fact because he said it. For a person to acknowledge the mistakes and get better, you got to acknowledge what you did wrong. And he acknowledged I made a lot of mistakes last year as a head coach. And he coming this year with a new narrative. We ready to play ball and get our identity.
Facts. Everything you
Also,
just
I
said.
see that they talking about. I don't know how true this is, but I seen it on a couple of Falcon writer pages and stuff like that about that the Falcons and the Dolphins are and the Steelers are in talk about a trade. And to be honest, I heard the trade is that if we get Jalen Ramsey, they get Kyle Pitts. I don't know how true that is. To be honest, I don't think that's true though, because it would be kind of weird that they say they're gonna keep him, and then all of a sudden you send him to Miami, and we get Jalen Ramsey, and the Steelers get Joe New Smith. They say,
Yeah. Um. Do people know how many defensive backs we done signed this offseason?
A
Do
lot.
people do you listen? All right, now let's say that is true. Let's say that's true what you just said, Larry. Let's say that's true, and they really are in talks with Miami and Pittsburgh about getting some kind of three-way deal done.
to acquire Jalen Ramsey for Kyle Pitts. That would be the first indictment in 2025 against Raheem Morris for me.
Say that one more time. You broke up.
That would be the first indictment on Raheem Morris for me in 2025 if they do a deal where you get rid of an offensive threat or offensive option for another defensive back, and you done signed like 30,000 of them motherfuckers in this offseason.
So, and it's the crazy part, home team, what you just said about them getting rid of offensive threat for a defensive threat after we just signed young guys that can come in and be the hybrid that they would want him to be, which would be Billy Bowman,
That costs less and probably got a lot, and not probably, got a whole lot more tread on the goddamn tires.
Thank you. But it's kind of funny that damn, I just lost the thought. It's kind of funny that a lot of people are saying this now, that if we do make that trade, we need to make the trade because of they feel like Michael Penix ain't gonna be able to help Kyle Pitts and Kyle Pitts just a bust. And it's kind of still weird that like the steps of the progression with dude have not been what the fans wanted, not even the organization. But I know football.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
I think you went out there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you going in and out.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, you good.
Okay, but yeah, I can tell that Kyle Pitts haven't been locked in. And you know what Z-Rob said, Zach Robinson said, which was very true. His consistency is there if he just lock in. If he lock in, it's there. It's no way people think if we let Kyle Pitts go, this offense just gonna thrive like it did. It did when he went playing like that, which we still thrive. But I do feel like majority of why Drake, Mooney, and Ray got what they got was because of Kyle Pitts.
He had a lot to do with. Listen, this is where I get that. Now I agree with you. Yes, he had a part to do with them getting one-on-ones and being able to get open. I agree with that for all three of them: Dre London, Ray McCloud, and Darnell Mooney. But here's the thing: you're gonna get the same. You're gonna get the same team production because even if it's now Drake London, let's say a Kyle Pitts trade does happen, and it's Drake London now that's getting more double coverage. Which, if you go back and look at the tape, it was Drake London most of the season, not Kyle Pitts.
Right.
If let's say it's more on Drake now to draw those double coverages than even before, you still got guys like TQ from Houston who ain't he about an inch shorter than Kyle Pitts and can do everything Kyle Pitts can do. In fact,
And Joshua Simon.
And TQ a better route runner than Kyle Pitts.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he a better. This dude legit could be a receiver.
Okay, say less. See, okay, Terry sneaking, man. That's on gun sneaking.
Yeah.
What's up, home team? Can you hear me?
What going on, Deshaun?
Now, Larry, get back to your first question about Raheem.
Uh-huh.
My reason that I say the funk is about Raheem, he don't like he head coach material. Most of the time, when the team is falling out on the field, most coaches will like either interact with the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, or they go directly to the person who's messing up. He did none of that. He didn't look at the screen and chew his bubble gum and while he was kissing his capris.
Hey, I ain't trying to laugh, fool, but y'all niggas say he chewing bubble gum. Fool.
I mean, you watch the screen. I mean, you watch the screen. You're not really looking at the field. He's looking up at the scoreboard. And I seen my team going down the drain. Okay, dude, nothing to get me. He act like Olivia Pope, cause when the game was over, and he had his press conference. He had like he wasn't even there. He's like, yeah, the team doing good, and we messed up a little bit. Messed up a little bit. You lost about 20 points. What the hell you mean? Let's mess up a little bit. But what give you about him? It just seemed like, okay, you ever had that girl in high school that always in every guy face and everything, and all want to be seen? That's he had like. He want to be seen instead of being involved. I hope this year he let his coordinators do their job and he put more input in it. And then I want to say nothing else about him. And then another thing, the Kyle Pitts thing, I don't do nothing wrong with Kyle Pitts. I think when Kurt went down, Kyle Pitts' production went down. Because Kyle Pitts, when Kurt was doing good, Kyle Pitts was in the race for getting 900 yards last year. But as soon as Kurt started breaking down, his catches started declining.
I can kind of go for that, but at the same time, I can't because I look at I agree with you now, OG. I agree with you, but I'm gonna say this. Me looking at the season of Kirk as the quarterback starting out, I didn't really think that he had a connection with Kyle Pitts anyway. I didn't really see no connection until he had to throw it to Kyle Pitts. That game, Kyle Pitts stood in the back of that end zone for about 5 to 10 minutes, wide open, and he was just jumping and raising his arm. It was kind of weird to me that Kirk looked over there the first time when he was open and didn't throw the ball. He looked back to his progression, which is on the right side of the field, and he stood over there and he kept his eyes over there till he realized, like, I got to throw this dude the ball. He open, which I think that has a lot to do with what he's showing the coaching staff and the quarterback of his lack of commitment, which I understand. But what I'm saying is, go ahead.
Maybe Kirk, we do like most quarterbacks do, got that favorite receiver, and they're gonna try to push it down his throat.
Force feed.
Yeah, and
because it was kind of weird to me, right, OG, that when soon as Pitt MP9 got in, who was the first target he looked at?
Pitts.
Thank you. Now, mind you, he's sitting on the bench the whole season, watching film, watching the game, and seeing the loopholes of what the offense is going through. So I seen him say that. I think at the press conference after one of the games last year, they asked Michael Penix, like, do you be seeing anybody open on the field? I think it was like they had a mic on one of the players around him or something like that. And he was like, man, these dudes be open on the field. We just got to get the And it was like, damn, if he's seeing this and this veteran on the field as our quarterback not seeing it, that's a problem. And the coaching staff not seeing it either, that's a problem. So I agree with y'all boys about Kyle Pitts got to step it up. But it was kind of strange that as soon as MP9 get in there, that's the first person who he trying to get engaged with. Kyle Pitts.
Well, Kyle Pitts did say when he first got in the league with Matt, he had an understanding with Matt, and that's why he made that 1,000 yard thing. He said, but he had so many quarterbacks that each quarterback got their own identities, and so if you quarterback that love doing the wide receivers instead of tight ends, you're gonna get less catches. But Kurt was a guy who loved doing tight ends, but he fell in love with Drake, and he tried to prove something to us that he wasn't hurt. So he tried to do all them long bombs and stuff to Drake to fake us out. But we saw you had pain because the way your face looked. Like, ooh.
Oh God. I was telling one of the OGs that Every pass Kirk threw, even from the offseason when they were showing him, the man looked like he was stressing to throw the ball.
Yeah, he was in pain. And then
See now, see now, not to cut you out, OG. Now I understand why the fan base feels some type of way about Raheem on certain situations. Where if we are fans and we can see that Kirk is struggling through the training camp and all that, and his facial expression is telling you this dude ain't got the power and the force to throw the ball deep like that. He using everything in him, and the coaching staff can't see that, or do they see that and they just like, damn, we rather keep him out here and let Penis really learn everything he need to learn. And when if it's time to put him out there, he'll.
I believe that they didn't want to eat crow. They wanted to keep Kirk out there because they didn't want to be embarrassed. But to me, if I was the coach and I saw Kirk the first game throwing to the ground, oh, you need to sit down, partner.
Hey, Sean, you want to know what? You want to know how I know they didn't give a fuck about being embarrassed or eating crow? You want to know how
Go
I
ahead.
know? Because they guaranteed a 12-year statuesque coming off a torn Achilles quarterback $100 million and turn right around and drafted a quarterback with their first round overall pick.
Bingo.
You're right.
That's
But
how I
think,
know they didn't give a damn about saving face.
I'm gonna tell you something else. I was talking to somebody about Kurt, and they was saying that Arthur Blank is really mad, and he gonna try his best to keep Kurt because he can do the hockey because he gonna get $100 million out of him some kind of way. So that's why the trade ain't happened yet. Because like this, think about this. They had offers for Kurt. They just didn't do it. All that $7 million, $20 million, they ain't worried about that.
Well, first thing first, he got the way he had no trade clause for anything.
Yeah. But I mean, somebody said something, I think it was you. Maybe Kurt is in cahoot with Arthur.
It's crazy because home team, you remember the other day when we was on here with Rudy them, and Rudy said that the Falcons could have smoke screened this whole situation from day one.
Yeah.
And it's kind of making sense though.
Yeah.
It's kind of making sense. Cause it's like what team would not push the effort to get a quarterback out here after he done did everything he did?
I mean, come on.
I'm talking about Arthur ain't pushing the issue, period, to get Kirk out of there. Yeah, they might not want him there, but they ain't pushing the issue.
But let me say something like this. Who is the fans and who is the media talking about right now?
Penix.
What team? They talking about the Falcons. You know,
Yeah.
Yup. Talking about the Falcons a lot.
I'm talking about, I ain't gonna lie, a lot, bro. A lot.
2 years ago, you better hear peep by us. But now, okay, we got Kirk the Ringleader, we got Kyle Pitts. We making them we call that clout chasing. We like, okay, we're gonna call
everything good.
We're gonna cause some controversy in our account to get the attention we need. And look at it. They cannot stop talking about us.
But home team hit it on something the other day when he said the media like MP9. He ain't lie about that. When I tell you that's all I see, everybody talk about MP9. I even just heard 2 football players talk about how that what his name? That who is that I was looking at last night? They were saying like the roster construct of how we got it constructed now. He was like, man, the crazy part, that's what the Falcons had in 2016 when they went to the bowl. They had young linebackers.
It's the same way. And then another thing, when they talk about Kyle Pitts, guess who came to defend him yesterday? Came in the media and say, Kyle good. I work out with him every day.
Oh yeah, MP9 said he worked out a lot with him this offseason.
Yeah. He even might throw his boy under the bus. He hurried up and went to that mic and said that.
But that's why I respect Penny because you can really tell he want Kyle on the team, and he want to really work with Kyle to see where do their relationship take the team,
Now,
and even with Drake and Moon.
like Mooney yesterday, Mooney a couple days ago, he said they asked him, do you having the problem with penis? He said, no, the only thing we got a problem with is music. He like they don't like each other kind of music. He said, other than that, the guy good. But to me, everybody like penis cause everybody say he for a young guy, he got good leadership and he got a swag about himself. And he might not talk a lot, but when it's time to talk, he will talk to you. And he said in an interview, like, if I feel like there's a problem going on, I'm gonna put you to the side. Do you hear Kirk saying that? No.
It's kind of
Kirk,
weird that since this Kurt, what you want to call it, whatever you want to
Controversy.
call it, done, yeah, controversy that happened. That a lot of the players ain't even speaking on Kurt. The media of the Falcons ain't even talking about Kurt. It's all about MP9, MP9. How y'all feel about MP9? And I'm looking at everything, even the defensive side of the players saying like, damn, the defensive side of our team watching them like, damn, we got us some on that offensive side now. We ain't got to stress no more.
Almost as if they've been coached on not to talk about Kirk Cousins.
Right. Okay. Okay. I can respect that. I can respect the home team. I can respect that.
It's the longer this goes on, the more it look like smoke screen.
sabotage.
The sabotage. The longer it go on, it look, but it ain't sabotaging. The Falcons ain't sabotaging themselves.
No.
They sabotage. They sabotaging the rest of the league. They duping them. They hoaxing them. Because for
And
all we know, and this, I said this the other day. For all we know, Kirk Cousins goes to some real nice big ass fucking house in North Georgia. He sits. He goes about his life as though nothing is even happening. He has no intention on moving from that place. And we gonna be in December 2025, and he gonna be going to that same big ass fucking house in North Georgia. He gonna
yep.
be the highest paid backup in the history of football, and he's gonna be content with that because in December of 2025, he's gonna be the highest paid backup on a team that's probably going to win their division and make the playoffs and compete for a championship.
Tell
And
them
look,
again, home team. Tell them again.
if we went Super Bowl this year, here's what they're gonna say. The Falcons played us. They really played us.
They
Of
gonna
course.
say they duped they bamboozled and hoodwinked the fuck out of everybody.
Yep.
And for and I really hope it happened because I really want to stand in front of so many people and dare them to say something positive about Raheem Morris, the Falcons. Now that Sean Cotwell, I know you one of the ones that's real hard on Raheem Morris, but you know why I don't come back at you about it? You know
Right.
why I don't? Because I know when me and you really talk about it, we'll see each other's points and we'll know where each other coming from. And at the end of the day, you don't have a platform to go back to and react to our conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I will tell you that everybody's agreed. Raheem fucked up in 2024.
Right.
He's even acknowledged his shortcomings in 2024. And yes, I'm just like everybody else. I want to see him put all this shit together. I like the acquisitions on the person in the personnel now. I like the coaching staff now. I don't have an issue nowhere on this team as far as placement for whose job is who. I have no complaints whatsoever. None. I like everybody in every position they in, even TJ Yates being the passing game coordinator. I am all for it.
They say they say this team's scary on paper.
On paper, this team, if you didn't know any better, if you ain't watched, if you just started watching football last year, you would think that this team right here would be the team that's finna go win it all. On paper. So I too want to see Raheem put all this together, but my guy Larry, he said something earlier. He said Raheem is gonna put what you said. I'm gonna paraphrase. He said basically say he gonna put all this shit together this year. He know
Yeah.
it because Raheem is acknowledging that he fucked up in 2024. He's addressing issues that occurred in 2024 in the OTAs. He ain't got to do that. He can wait till training camp when he know it's less cameras, less mics, and he can keep a lot of shit in house. He's choosing to let us see him addressing these issues now
But you know
in
what, Blakberry?
voluntary places. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what, Blakberry? I'm saying how smart he. I never think he want a smart coach. I just think he do for the stuff. But Blakberry, I'm saying what smart he did this year that he didn't do last year. Everything
Okay.
the media said he did wrong, he shut them up. They're talking about, oh, we ain't got no good linebackers. We only got linebackers. Oh, our defensive lines are bad. We only got people for defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we ain't got no center. We signed center yesterday. So he's setting them up. But the main thing he do last year, he ain't doing that much talking.
Yeah, he ain't need. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely ain't.
He's not doing it. I guess I ought to say, hey man, you're a good coach, but you talk too much.
Or he and not running his mouth and not and backing what he's saying up. It's some bullshit.
Yeah, but I still say they bamboozling, sabotage the media and the other teams. Because other teams talking about the Falcons, and they never did it. I mean, you got Cincinnati talking about them. You got Detroit talking about Atlanta. I mean, you even got Pittsburgh talking about Atlanta, and they ain't talking about just Kirk. These people are talking about like, dang man, you see the roster
Went out
Atlanta
this
guy?
song.
Huh?
Yeah, went out for a second.
Oh, they said you see the roster that the Falcons got? Man, they're gonna have a good season. Hey, y'all don't talk about us. What y'all talking about us now?
You know, this comment, Chris say he's talking, but he's not snickling and grinning. Someone that schooled them on those interviews.
I can agree.
This what I think, and this is just my thoughts, just like those are Christian thoughts. These are my thoughts. When you first come into something, you know, you got a big job offer, you got the job accepted. You're inheriting a team that don't need a whole lot of building done to it. It's built for the most part on offense. It was built already. Defensively, you got a project on your hands, but you got a good special teams coach who's been consistent with the team. And you got a front office that's dedicated to giving you all the resources you need. So you inheriting a team that don't need a whole lot of building. You seeing what you got on offense. You licking your chops at the thought of being able to put a defense together that you can literally say is your baby because we You had AJ Terrell, you had Jesse Bates, and that is all. Grady Jarrett was not the same. In hindsight, he just wasn't the same. So you got a project on your hands with the defense. You're a defensive minded guy. You licking the chops. You excited. And if you got the personality of somebody like Raheem Morris, you're going to be very excited. You're going to be very excited, and it's going to show. You can tell he one of the people with a heart on his sleeve. You're going to see when he mad. You're going to see when he's sad. You're going to see when he happy. You're going to see when he not. You're going to see when he feeling sorrowful, whatever the fuck the case. You're going to see his emotions. I don't have an issue with that as long as you're able to reel yourself in, bring yourself back to center, reground yourself, and start doing things in a more balanced manner, and not as such a standing on your toes, ready to get to the next phase. I need somebody who feet planted on the ground and they ready to make the best necessary move possible. And when you see Raheem now, that's more so what you see now. They're more balanced, feet planted on the ground. I'm off my toes. The excitement, I done been humbled. I fucked up, but I'm finna show you that I want to go out here and get it right. But you know what, Deshaun? That's the difference. What I'm saying, how I'm reacting, because I was the first one to do. I probably wasn't the first one. I don't know, but I did it very early. When he got the job, I was one of the first ones to make a video about why the fuck did we just hire Raheem Morris when we had so many other options, so many better options. I was one of the first ones. I did not want Raheem Morris. I don't even know if I still really want him, to be honest. But the difference between me and other content creators, and some of you fans, the difference between me and you all is I understand that it don't matter about how much I don't like what happened last year. It don't matter about how much I don't like think his resume wasn't good enough for him to get this job over other candidates. He's here. And if I'm looking at my team and saying, damn, this team can really do a lot, man. We can really go there. We can go to the top of this thing with this team if they put it all together. If I can look at this team and say that, even with him as our head coach, then I got to be able to go find the positives about Raheem that he can implement with this team and put it all together with this team. Because even if this time, we got to think, a lot of people making the case that, well, the team was practically put together before he got here. He inherited a good team. He just can't fuck. He just don't need to fuck it up. Well, so you trying to tell me he can be Steve Kerr? Because a lot of folks said the Golden State Warriors was already put together and built before he got there by Mark Jackson.
Right.
So if Arthur Smith is Mark Jackson and Raheem Morris is Steve Kerr, I see a dynasty in our future. I'm okay with that. He got flaws, but you can't tell me that when you go down his accomplishments, when you go down his resume, that you don't see a common denominator. I see a common denominator. He gets to Tampa Bay as a quality control coach. They got a good, he's a defensive back quality control of player performance or some shit, some shit they make up for people that just go get the damn bags and the cones, whatever shit they make up for them.
I mean,
he's that. And, but to be that, you still are a coach, and being around football for a long time, even those coaches play a very detrimental part to the growth of players because they constantly talking to them. They constantly helping them out with fundamentals, helping them out with intricate details of the game to help them out in the game. They working with them outside of practice, after practice. Like these coaches are there for that. Yeah, go get with Coach Morris so you can work on your footwork after practice. He gonna get with you work. He was doing you do shit like that with players, and players earn respect. You earn a respect from these players, and over time, these same players they get inputted in other teams on other rosters, and they take those lessons with them. And over time, you got enough of those players still in the league. You got some of them that's coaching now. You got some of them that's a part of owner boards now that are talking about Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris, oh yeah, Raheem Morris taught me a lot. And for somebody to discredit those lessons that have gave him that reputation for why he's the head coach of these Falcons now. No, he ain't here for the X's and O's. We already know that. He ain't an X's and O's coach. He is he's an inspirational coach. That's what he is. He left Tampa Bay, went to Kansas. That Kansas team upset that Longhorn team that consisted of Jamal Charles and Jermichael Finley. That was a damn good offensive Longhorn team that his defense helped defeat. That same season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went from one of the best defenses in the league to the 19th best to the 19th in the league. They go back and get Raheem from Kansas. He goes back to Tampa Bay and as the defensive backs coach. And they all of a sudden they the best defense in football again. We all know that secondary unit was damn good for Tampa Bay when he went back and won that championship.
True.
Look, I got a prime example. What you said earlier about how you get a big job and everything. I remember my dad when we got our first big tour, right? We were all teasing and we were trying to act like the people that been there before already. I mean, we partying, we doing everything they doing. And I mean, we just smiled from ear to ear. And then one day the group manager, not our manager, the rap group manager, like, we're gonna have to let y'all go because certainly that we don't do here. And this is y'all last stop of the tour. And I'm like, what? My whole heart dropped. But from that moment there, the next group we got with, the Dan Behind, we did our own thing. We didn't follow what the other people did. So I think he listened to everybody at the media, like, okay, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to do me and be humble. Because that we had to do. And I can see that because from last year, rah-rah, to humble Raheem this year.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Humble, because he was rah-rah all last year. Yeah, let me tell you this. And the team doing this. I like, calm down, Olivia Pope.
Yeah, look, I think that's the difference. See, I don't want to. It's a difference between motivating somebody by being, showing them tough love. It's another thing to be digging a grave for them, but claiming that you ain't trying to kill them. I'm just digging your grave for you, but I ain't trying to kill you though. But I'm gonna dig your grave for you. Everybody acknowledge that the dude fucked up in 2024. But I'm not gonna pretend like he don't have something about him that makes people want to hire him as their head coach for their football team. He's a delegating coach. He's not gonna be hands-on with every position group. He's not gonna be hands on. And see, that's the question I wanted to ask you, Deshaun, because you said something that it's kind of contradicting to it, because a lot of people are saying one thing and then they'll say this. So I'm hearing Raheem need to let the coordinators do their job. He need to let the other coaches do their job. But then on the other hand, some people, those same people are saying Raheem he didn't step in soon enough when he saw that they weren't doing the right things, when he saw they were messing up.
Okay,
So
I got the answer.
so for
I
me,
got the answer.
which one is it?
No, I got the answer right there. Okay, if I'm a manager at a restaurant, I'm lady. All y'all do what y'all supposed to do. I already trained y'all. Y'all do what y'all supposed to do. But when I see you get overwhelmed, I'm not gonna let you drown. I'm gonna come in and help you. That's what he wasn't doing. He just stood there and let them drown. That was
Okay,
a
can I get a take in on that?
that was the head man supposed to
Go
do.
ahead.
And when I saw him do that last year, I was putting out everywhere. Raheem Morris not head coach material. I mean, you can see all on the internet and everything. I said that because
I don't think he let them drown. Okay,
huh?
because if we go let's start off on the offensive side of the ball as Raheem being the head coach. He didn't let Zach Robinson drown. If we all gonna be real, he knew, Zach Robinson knew, Ted Fontenot knew, and Arthur Blank knew that Kirk was just gonna be a stability quarterback until whatever just went wrong. You think they didn't know that Kirk was not 100%? They knew he wasn't 100%. But at the end of the day, they wanted a valuable quarterback at the quarterback spot. So he let his offensive coordinator do his job. He didn't have to step in for zero. Okay, let's go to defense. I don't feel like he had to step in for Jim Lake because at the end of the day, you don't think he talked to Jim Lake way before the season started and came up on what he had to do and what Jim Lake duties was to be the DC first. So we all know, if we gonna be honest, that he had a conversation with Jim Lake and Z-Rob about what their duties are gonna be as an offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Him
What
as he
happened?
want to be the head coach, he's him as he want to be the head coach, he's going to be a head coach and let his coordinators do their job. So he feel like he shouldn't have to step in because he hired guys that should be able to do the job. That's why he made them the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. So if we
Larry.
saying that he's not a competent head coach because he didn't come in and step in, you don't think he didn't step in throughout them games and say, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and he still let Jim Lake run the show, and Jim Lake just didn't do his duties as being a defensive coordinator? So at the end
No,
of the day, as Raheem want to be the head coach, he came in trusting his coordinator.
it's a thing of trusting, and it's another thing neglect. I can trust you to build a house because I trained you, but if you're not doing the job correctly and I don't say nothing, I'm neglecting it. And that's what he was doing. He was neglecting his authority.
Guess what? Now let's say this. Now let's put this in a situation. Just say he stepped in as the head coach to put his hands on the defense. We all know he a defensive guru, defensive mindset coach. Let's say he stepped in and it went left. Then what?
You talking about it went worse?
Just say he stepped in and started putting his hands in on the defense and not being the head coach at what the head.
Oh, I'm trying to see. You trying to say if he stepped in and it got worse?
Yeah, if he would have stepped in and it got worse, what y'all would have been saying then?
I would say that he don't know what he's doing. Cause like this, if you the head coach and you ain't doing a good job, how you gonna teach somebody? How you gonna lead somebody else if you don't know what you're doing?
But you still have to put in the factor that certain players might can't run what he run, or might just not be performing what he's putting on the fit, what the scheme he running for the team.
Look. if I'm building a group, I'm hiring the people that I know can do the job. I'm not gonna
He
get a
in,
person that don't know how to do the job in my group. That's still on
but
him.
now, but home team just said something a few minutes ago. He inherits this roster. He didn't make this roster. He inherited this roster.
Okay.
So 90% of them players we had last year running the schemes that we ran was not performing in that scheme that he gave to Jim.
But still, you're not gonna let your team drown if you can let your coach, your assistant coach, play the same plays. If you're a defensive guru, you must step in and say, okay, Jimmy, this play's not working. Let me give you some plays. He didn't do that.
How do we know he
He
didn't
just
do
let
that?
you get it done.
How do we know he didn't give him no plays?
Because Jimmy would have played the plays. Jimmy's scary. He's not like he not like Jeff over. He gonna do anything Raheem tell him. Jeff gonna argue with him, but not Jimmy. That's why Jimmy throw himself under the bus at the end of the year. Some of the plays right there with Raheem. But it's like this. Too late to it was too late. When Raheem gave him the plays at the end of the year, it was too late now. We was already lost. I mean, we were already out the playoff. Don't wait till the week 13 to say something. That's why I said that was bad coaching.
Can I, let me say this. I said during the season, in real time, all this occurring, that Raheem should have made a move before. He should have made a move before that week. Because when the bye week came, well, we had already lost 3 straight.
Yeah.
Right.
It was 3. I remember saying he need to make a change. I remember saying that. And he comes back with Kirk as the starter. And that next game, who was that game when we came back from the bye? So
Was it? It wasn't because we had a late bye. I don't think it was the Raiders, right?
yeah, we had a late bye.
Yeah, we did.
No, because I think we lost because we lost 4 straight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we lost. It was 3 losses before the bye week, and that next loss came after the bye week. I want to say that was Minnesota. Who knows? Somebody in the chat gonna. I'm finna look it up.
Yeah. I just say like this. I feel like this year gonna be a better year. It seemed like he humbled himself, and I think he gonna come around. It just to me, I just hope he learn from what learn from his mistakes. And even Blakberry did that. He think he did. So he acknowledged. I know he acknowledged, and people told him, "Well, you did this wrong. You did that wrong." So I'm not really worried about this year. Only I worry about is that nobody get hurt. Everybody just grind.
Okay, I know what it was. I know what it was. We lost 2 before the bye. That was that Skanks game, and that was the Denver game. Then we had the bye. When we came back from the bye, we played the Chargers. We lost that game. After the Chargers game, I said, nah, we need to put the young buck in. I remember saying we need to put the young buck in after that third loss to the Chargers. But I also said after that, I understand why he's not making the change. Because Kirk Cousins is your veteran on the team. He's not just the veteran quarterback, he's the veteran on the team. He's been playing longer than everybody else playing on the team. He got more tenure in the NFL than anybody else on the team. You expect for him to turn that shit around after 3 straight. You be like, okay, man, you done dug us into a hole. But you the veteran on this team. You the leader on this team. You give him that opportunity to turn it around after that third loss. You give him that opportunity. The mistake after that, I did not, let me be clear. I wanted him to make the change after the third loss. I'm gonna mute you real quick, Deshaun, because you got like a underwater sound going there. But I wanted Michael Penix to come in and take over the starting job after the Chargers lost. That's when I wanted him to come in. But I understood why Raheem didn't do it. The 2 reasons. He's your veteran quarterback and he's the veteran on your team. You expect for him, for somebody of Kirk Cousins' stature, to turn it around. Okay, you hit a rough spot. I expect you to turn it around. Second reason being, you're going up against a Minnesota Viking team that was hot. They was hot when we went in Minnesota. Minnesota was clicking on all cylinders. Your boy, Sam Bradford was looking like the next coming. Having a young rookie quarterback, Sam Darnold. Yeah, I said Sam Bradford. Sam Darnold. You got you got a young rookie quarterback coming in to play that hot team. I wouldn't have took that chance either. Wrong team at the wrong time. Kirk Cousins did give you your best chance to win that game. And you wasn't hell. It was a fucking shootout all the way up until Ray fumbling that damn kick return. And then Kirk gets in his own head again, and here we are. So I understood why Raheem didn't pull the trigger. Even though I wanted him to. Let's make that clear. I wanted Michael Penix Jr. to be the starter after the Chargers lost. Let's make that clear. That was loss 3. That was about 8 turnovers in, 7 or 8 interceptions with no touchdowns in from Kirk Cousins. I wanted Michael Penix Jr. But I understood why he didn't make the move. Now, if it was just nonsensical why he didn't make this move, well, it makes no sense. Let's say if that was Taylor Heineke sitting on the bench behind Kirk Cousins. I'd be right along with everybody else. Ain't no motherfucking way you don't put Taylor Heineke in after Kirk Cousins funk up the goddamn field like that. Because you putting in another quarterback that's got weight in the league. He done been around the block. He know how to come in and pick up the pieces. He's done it before, not necessarily with winning football, but he was a reliable quarterback. You know, he went most of the time he wasn't gonna throw the game away. This motherfucker Kirk was literally throwing the game away. But that wasn't Taylor Heineke. that was your rookie quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. So while I still wanted him, even knowing that, to be the starter after the Chargers game, I understood why he wasn't. I understood why. And this why I've been at all season. Bernard Cantrell. He said, man, what are we talking about? We've been a franchise for 60 years, been to the Super Bowl 2 times, and we bashing and haven't won one in 60 years. But these content creators bashing Raheem, we can't just blame him. Absolutely, and that's a part of the accountability that I'm talking about. I don't. One thing I like. Listen, I'm a boss over here. With my business, I run my business. I run the show. My uncle is his authority. We run under his authority, but this is my show. If a driver come in here and I see he what's up with you, Georgia, Texas boy? If I just lost my train of thought, but if a driver come in here and I see him going about talking to the other drivers like, yeah, man, that goddamn Blakberry, he don't know what the fuck he doing, man. What y'all done experienced once he's been here? This shit, we keep rolling. He keep us rolling. We ain't never got to worry about no work. Yeah, but what he do about this, that, and the other? I don't like how he handled that. Yeah, we want to handle it that way neither. Well, shit, don't somebody need to do something about that shit? Don't y'all think we need to, maybe talk to his uncle or something and see if he can take over operation? Look, they just told you I keep them running. They just told you I keep them running. They don't have to worry about work. They might not like how I do everything. You might not like how I run this show. You might not like how I operate. But I'm gonna keep you working. You ain't gonna be worried about your money. You ain't gonna be worried about your ends. You ain't gonna be worried about how you making money out here. You know when you come to this yard to go get in your truck, you gonna get in a truck that works. You gonna get in a truck that's DOT certified. You gonna get in a truck that's gonna get the work done, and it's gonna have work for you to do. You might not like how I set up your routes. You might not like that I might send you to Jefferson and then cross over to Athens. You might not like that. You might not like that I sent you down to Fulton Industrial to do 2 Mableton runs that ain't number 15 minutes apart, but somehow it still take the whole motherfucking day to do because they slow as fuck. You might not like that I sent you down there to do that, but you know you done made your money. I know I done made my money. You know you gonna be able to pay your rent or your mortgage. You know you gonna be able to feed your kids. You know you gonna be able to keep your wife happy. You know you gonna be able to pay your tithes. You ain't worried about your money when you talking to Blakberry, when you working with Blakberry. When you working with Blakberry, you making your money. You ain't gotta like how I run the show. You ain't gotta like how I do things. You ain't gotta like my policies and procedures. You don't have to like my rules. But what you're going to respect the way I keep you working. When you call at 2 o'clock in the morning because a lump of service asking for more money than what you willing to pay, you know I'm gonna spot you the difference. I'm just gonna take it back out your settlement. You know, if you call me at 2 o'clock in the morning because a lump of service saying that they not gonna pick up a pallet that turned over because they don't pick up pallets off the trailer, which is the dumbest fucking shit I ever heard a lump of service say. That's literally what your fucking ass do. I'm gonna be like, cool, let me get a lump of service on the phone that don't mind coming out there and straighten it up. If I can't get somebody on the phone, I guess I got to come put on I guess I got to make my way over there to help you pick up this pallet if you think you need help. Whatever the case is, I got your back. I got your back, and I'm gonna make you your money. You ain't gotta like how I do everything, but you know you gonna make your money. The reputation Raheem Morris got across the league in football in general. I want everybody to hear me well when I say this. Everybody you got some guys keep asking, tell us what Raheem Morris does well. I've given examples of how he galvanizes a team together. I've given examples of how he goes and makes a unit better when he gets there from what it was the year before. He's been a part of making teams better in the areas that he's coached in, which is the defensive back group. And he's one hell of a leader of men. So what does he do well? Listen to me well when I say it. Because I know people tired of this Raheem Morris conversation. Like Larry say, he's sick of this shit. He's sick of talking about this shit. I'm sick of talking about this shit. But everybody who ear I got right now, I want you to hear me well when I say this. What he's good at, his reputation in football is giving players and coaches and executives. He's good at giving them what they need to help them make their money. That's all Jalen Ramsey telling y'all. When Jalen Ramsey say, yeah, he helped me understand a whole lot more from a different aspect of the game from a receiver perspective and a defensive back perspective. What he's telling you is he helped me know how to keep making money in the NFL. A lot of y'all fans still think Jalen Ramsey is one of the best corners in the league, even though he ain't. He ain't. But a lot of you still think he is. A lot of coaches still think he is. Well, actually, a lot of coaches probably don't still think he is. It's probably why ain't nobody trying to bang down the door to get him. But that is all that he's saying. What's up? Who trying to say something? You trying to say something?
No,
all right.
just listen.
Yeah, he all right. I feel what you're saying. He is he is the leader of a man. I don't know probably that. I
Cause
didn't.
let me say something right quick. Cause think about this. You think they would have went and got James Pierce Jr., bro? After down on the whole NFL said in college football, all of a sudden came out the blue and started saying he had a character issue, and that a lot of teams scared to deal with him because they say he was uncoachable. If he was so uncoachable, why did the Falcons get him? You think Raheem ain't gonna coach that guy up to be a good character guy, as what they say he ain't? But to me, he is. He just his own person and ain't with whatever the NFL got going on. He just want to play ball. But they push the narrative like he was a bad person because he just himself.
I'm not gonna say right. He ain't gonna coach him up. I say that Ali is. I say Ali. Right. I'm gonna give him some good encouragement. But coach him
This,
up.
this
Nah.
why I say Raheem, because of what Raheem said about that he know that he's a good guy, and he went to the extensive research on this dude. That's why he went and got him.
Well, I'm talking about Pierce. All this talking about he got attitude problem. The guy, I'm not gonna say that he full hit it. The guy like to hit quarterback, and most people that like to hit quarterback do have a little problem. That's all you talk about, hitting quarterback. And hey, I love that. Me and Joe Green like hitting quarterback. He said he had a problem. What name? Taylor. LT. He love hitting quarterback. They said he had a problem. I want mine had that problem on my team. Just let the man play football. Talking about he got emotional problems. Most people play football got emotional problems. That's why you play the game. That's on defense. If you go defense and you don't, if you're not a little bit off, something wrong with you.
I have no problem with a player that like James Pierce Jr. I have no issue with him as long as he knows that, as long as he knows how not to cost the team money in games.
Right.
Don't cost us no money and don't cost us no games.
And don't be Marlon Davidson.
Oh Lord. Don't do that. Don't do that. And don't be sad.
Be Marshall and Lynch.
Oh hell.
Be him.
But look, I know something about Pierce. You know, like I told you before. You know, more people more players when they tackle a quarterback, they celebrate. That man don't celebrate. He'd go right back to the huddle. Like I did that. Come on, Knicks. I loved it. He ain't got time to celebrate. He wanted to get the quarterback. They said in an interview with Phil Simms, they said, "Hey, you know Phil Simms quarterback. Will you tackle him?" He said, "I tackle any quarterback." I loved it. That's what we need on your team, a badass.
Yeah, that's what he is. He give you badass vibes.
Hey, straight black F41 energy, man.
It's how Tori interviewed him. He was scared of hell to interview him.
Hey, so I be looking at this other show that she be on with Locked On Sports Fair, and she said that she was like, man, I was kind of a little bit uncomfortable when I interviewed James Pierce Jr., but she was like, and she said herself, she was like, but he's not the person that everybody making him out to be. And it's kind of crazy that they doing that because he just want to play football and that's it. And they mad and they don't like that. He just want to play ball.
Yeah, because I mean, he did that look like he'll kill you.
Hey, look on my side. I'm not with this one.
But yeah, he look like he'll kill you. But he probably just humble as hell. He's talking about, I don't hang out with nobody. I just play football. That's all I do. I like, yes. We ain't got to worry about him in the club.
He be doing shit at the wrong time, too.
Crazy
statement. Construction, like, wait, summertime do this.
What's up, Will?
What's going on, fam?
But yeah.
William Amy, the hardest working man in Savannah.
What's going on
with you, William?
Not much. Listen to what y'all saying though about the upcoming season.
Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes. Then we gonna shut it down. What you got for it though, man? Because what I'm being clear about this morning is, one, the Knicks ain't finna do that shit again because ain't no damn way Tyrese Halliburton only scoring 8 points again. And I'm also being clear that Raheem Morris is the head coach for the Falcons. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, with Amy,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna use the last 5 minutes to explain Raheem Morris being the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Go ahead, what you got?
So you weren't talking about the Knicks in Indiana?
Whatever you want. It's up to you.
Nah, I mean, really, I think they're gonna win. I just think they probably let the Knicks probably win because one of these star players probably win, like having a good night. With that being said, with Raheem Morris, I'm gonna make it sweet and simple. Raheem Morris, I just want him to let the offense do what he got to do and let the defense do what they got to do. But overall, I feel like we should be balanced on both sides of the ball, and special teams, like put opposing teams like on the 5 or 10 yard line, stuff like that.
Yo, special teams play a big part, man. Joe Texas
Oh
boy,
yeah,
what's up with you, man? Is he there? Oh, he gone. Got anything else with him, man?
man, that's it, man. You could to close it out. I'm listening to what you got to say.
All right. Before I close it out, I'm gonna let Deshaun and Larry get their last words. You got anything y'all got anything y'all want to touch on real quick?
All I want to say is, it's gonna be a good year. We're gonna talk about the league, and hey man, everybody have a good day and everything. Just they have hope that Atlanta. No, I just say like that. Atlanta gonna win the division this year. I'm done.
Hey, Georgia Texas boy, if you wanna come in real quick, come on.
Hey man,
I don't know what happened. It must have kicked you out. Go ahead, Larry.
first I want to say, man, I graduated in the morning for HVAC, man. Then I'm
Boy,
finna go to the federal
congratulations.
football, man.
Congratulations, boy.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that, man.
Proud of you.
But I want to say this, man. We're gonna have a damn sure good defense this year. I'm down with a bet anything. We have a damn sure good defense. I want to say that the offense is gonna be very explosive than what it was last year. And I want to say that I just seen that Z-Rod say they'll be running two bet sets where Jill and B John be in the backfield. Rise up, man. Let's get it.
Oh, he just had a press conference?
Yeah, he did with I think they were from PLF or something like that. Where he said right now they doing installs where B John and Jill will be running two back sets. They'll be in the backfield together now. Because he said they taking B John carries down way a lot. He'll be more receiving
Exactly.
than running. He's saying
Exactly.
Jill be touching the ball running more.
That's what's best fit. Big John Robinson. We don't want him to be the workhorse. We want him to be spread out in the offense like they do with Christian McCaffrey, and they just use
And
Tyler
it
Jill.
crazy because that's the way exactly he said that B John and Kyle Pitts will be the more vocal point this year than anybody.
Mm. So you think Drake London? You think Drake London he ain't gonna get no snaps like that?
Nah, hell no. I'm saying he was
Oh,
saying that they gonna construct the offense through them to
I
where it can open up for everybody.
I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. And the one thing we got to sweep the division, man. I'm gonna say this again. You take care of the bit. You take care of the NFC South. Then you go to the playoffs. Just worry about sweeping the division. That's all I care about.
All right. So I guess if Georgia Texas boy ain't coming in, let me know if you're gonna try to come in tonight, Georgia Texas boy, before I go on my soliloquy. Because I'm gonna close this thing out after I do. He ain't saying much. He ain't saying that. So all right. Let's be clear. Raheem Morris is the head coach for your Atlanta Falcons. Being the head coach, every coach under your authority is you are the superior of every coach. You are their superior. Zach Robinson, Marquise Williams, Jeff Oubre, Nate Ollie, or Oli, however you say his fucking name, Jerry Gray, and everybody else, all the other position coaches, all of the other quality control coaches. Raheem Morris is their superior. Ain't no same level, nothing. Jeff Ulbrich is highly regarded as a defensive mind, highly regarded as a developer. We know that he's a very strong-minded coach, and we also know that he's a very inspirational and motivational coach. And we know that him and Raheem Morris, in their real lives, are buddies. We know that they were here at a time of this franchise's moment when we were at our literal highest and lowest at the exact same damn time. They were here for that. I know that Raheem Morris isn't as likable as Jeff Ulbrich to a lot of this fan base. Not most of it, but to a lot of it. I know that Raheem Morris fucked up in 2024. And he got to make up for that. I know that when it comes to building and developing a defense, Jeff Ulbrich is probably trusted a little bit more than Raheem Morris, even though Raheem Morris is fresh off of a defensive coordinator job where they won a Super Bowl. And yes, they had Aaron Donald. He was also a defensive backs coach for a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that consisted of a whole hell of a lot of NFL legends and a couple of Hall of Famers. He also was a part of a coaching staff of a defensive group in Tampa Bay with a Warren Sapp on the team and a John Lynch. When John Lynch, I think John Lynch was still there. I think he was still there in 2002. That was it, 2001 or 2002? 2001. I think John Lynch was there. He's been on some defenses that have a whole hell of a lot of talent and a whole hell of a lot of tutelage to be able to pass on to a Raheem Morris, a young Raheem Morris then, who's still for coaching life, still fairly young. So he's been coaching 20 years. You don't get this long at this level and get a head coaching position and it's not warranted. It's I give these reasons one more motherfucking time. He's a leader of men. How do we know that? Because he's led grown men to very high places in the NFL. He's revered and talked about in a manner of which a lot of players and coaches and some executives He's referred to in regard of a manner of which he knows how to tell you what you need to hear to make you better. Let me say that one more motherfucking time. He's revered and acknowledged as a coach that knows how to tell you what you need to hear to make you better. And when you put that in a team, when you put that on a team, to when you come back to a Tampa Bay Buccaneer team that fell to 19th in the league, and you help bring that defense back into the first, being the first, the best defense in football when you come back, that's showing somebody that knows how to rally and galvanize grown men together to play with one another, to bring the best out of them. He ain't here for X's and O's. He ain't here for X's and O's. He's here because he knows how to lead. Your president of your United States right now know ditless shit about fucking politics outside of what somebody tell him on his team. But he's leading this fucking country, whether we fucking like it or not.
Bingo.
Bill Belichick was a fucking hard ass that a lot of people would walk onto a goddamn field that he's standing on and regret that shit because he finna chew your motherfucking ass out for every single minute thing you do wrong. But in January, you gonna respect the shit out of him because you probably just won a fucking championship. Pat Riley. Players hated him until they didn't no more because he made them money. He got them paid. He got them championships. It's always going to be something about a leader of men that's going to rub fans the wrong way, because when you're somebody that stands on who you are, that's why earlier when Deshaun said he thought that maybe the Falcons didn't put that, Raheem didn't pull that trigger because he wanted to save face. I know that ain't what it was. You think he give a fuck about saving face? He's a part of the damn team that guaranteed a statuesque 12-year coming off of Achilles torn, statuesque white boy quarterback $100 million, and then turn right around and drafted a quarterback in the first round. They don't give a fuck about saving face. They don't give a fuck about looking goofy. They don't give a fuck about looking stupid. They don't give a fuck about that shit. Because everybody falling for the pump fake anyway. We don't pump fake this motherfucker so motherfucking good with Kirk Cousins. And Raheem been a part of this process. We done pump fake this shit so fucking good. That motherfucking defender done jumped through the goddamn rafters. We got all day to shoot this motherfucker because the pump fake is real. Everybody done fell for this shit, even our own fucking fan base. Even other fans of other teams are recognizing that this is a fucking smoke screen with Kirk Cousins. But our own fans, we can't see it because we too damaged by these Falcons. Ain't no fucking way we this damn diabolical. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way we this goddamn smart. Ain't no goddamn way we got this damn white boy to come in here and pretend to be Kirko Chains and to give us all this goddamn support and then take all this heat after what done occurred in 2024. Ain't no way we talked him into that shit. Kirk Cousins don't give a fuck about that shit, y'all. Kirk Cousins is sitting at his house, watching his big screen, letting his white lick his feet, suck on his wee wee, and he don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. He ain't listening to y'all. Just like Raheem Morris ain't listening to a goddamn thing no fans say. He might hear it, but he ain't listening to it.
Shout out to
Because
Blakberry.
all this shit is a pump fake. All of it.
But my
And
thing is,
when
well,
we
I mean,
racking up the wins, hold on, win, man.
go ahead, go ahead.
When we racking up them wins, and when we racking them up, and when we look up in January and we still playing meaningful football, it's gonna be a whole lot of motherfucking Michael Jackson motherfuckers around this motherfucker boy. It's gonna be a lot. I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers gonna be moonwalking. I'm gonna go get some moon boots for some of y'all motherfuckers. I know y'all gonna be moonwalking like a motherfucker. Well, shit, I did say I wanted them to win to succeed. Yeah, but not after you had a grave dug halfway for 'em. Listen, I ain't let nobody off the motherfucking hook come January. Nobody. Just remember, Blakberry waiting in the distance. I'm waiting in the shadows for y'all motherfuckers. I'm waiting. And I ain't letting nobody get off on this shit. Y'all gonna feel me in January, boy, just like y'all about to feel these Falcons. Ooh, y'all better hope. Y'all better hope something real drastic happen to Black. Y'all better hope Blakberry's tongue get ripped out his fucking mouth. Y'all better hope my jaw collapse. Y'all better hope something happen to me because I ain't letting nobody off the hook for this shit.
We
Nobody.
team. We
But yeah, but only thing I'm gonna say is,
What you
man,
got, Will?
they might
What you
well
got?
just, they might well just, at this point, bro. Like I'm being honest, they might well just move on from Kirk Cousins because my thing is, Raheem, you knew this man wasn't gonna come to them OTAs. That's gonna be a distraction to the locker room and everything. The players don't even care about him no more. They
If you
already
think
said Michael
that's a
Penix our
distraction,
quarterback.
if you
I
think that's a
mean,
distraction to the locker room, that curtain show at OTAs, y'all going for it too.
no, I mean, but I'm just saying though, I just feel like my thing is why keeping him, like, you know what I'm saying, like he lied to our fans, you know what I'm saying, about him being hurt, and the coaching staff knew about it. So my thing is, y'all need to suck it up, be men. Just like, hey, we Raheem Morris say, hey man, we moving on, we got our quarterback, our franchise quarterback, and just cut him. I mean, let him just eat the dead cap, or trying to give him a trade partner before training camp get around, because at this point I'm just done with the shenanigans with Kirk Cousins. He's a arrogant piece of shit. And he robbed every NFL organization. Why you think Minnesota got rid of his ass? You think they was gonna keep paying him? And the Commanders, with Redskins, they got rid of his ass because he ain't had one playoff win. He's not a good quarterback.
Well, that's Will name it. Oh, that's how you feel about it. That's how you feel about it. He said, Kirk Cousins, you ain't gonna get an opportunity to disappoint Will Mamie again, you some bitch. You just know that, okay? He's